Okay, so we started doing our warm-up, page 112. For those of you at home, we said that area means we need to multiply the length times width. And length times width is the same as rows times columns. And we've done all that before, right?
Yes.
Okay, but this one we said was not a complete rectangle, so I can't do 10 times 4 because this part is missing. Okay? And we're not going to add all the sides because that would be what?
Not your answer.
If we add all the sides, then we wouldn't be finding area. We would be finding what?
Perimeter.
Perimeter. Somebody said it. Y'all say it loud. Perimeter. We're not finding perimeter, okay? So what do we need to do now? Somebody said it earlier. What do we do with the squares? Kelsey?
Count them.
Count the squares on the
On the
inside of the shape. Okay? So all you do is count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now this little section that's left over is a perfect rectangle, isn't it? Could I multiply rows times columns for that piece to make it quicker? I could if I wanted to. So now it's 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4. What's 3 times 4? 12. So there's 12 squares in here, but I could count just to make it. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in this section, and then we counted 10 going across. So 10 plus 12 is 22 square centimeters. So B was correct. Okay, now if you were doing perimeter, you would be tracing or counting the squares around the outside all the way around. Okay? Number 2, what is the area of the figure below? First, somebody tell me what I need to do on this problem. Allie?
Do the same thing as the other one.
Do the same thing, count the squares. Why can't I do 8 times 5? It gives me the length and the width.
Because that's adding and it's not area.
It is area.
I thought
8.
you said you don't count area.
Why can't I do 8 times 5 on this one, though? Anybody? No? Kelsey, you know? It has 8 going across and 5 going down.
There needs to be another 5 on the other side.
No. Nobody knows? We cannot do 8 times 5, guys, because we're missing all these squares on the inside. It would equal 40, but there's not 40 squares here. How many were there?
4, 16.
Okay, well, let's count and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's way less than 40. So why did it not equal 40? Because we've learned that area is length times width. So if I do 8 times 5, that gives me 40.
I thought you were talking about the...
Well, why can't I do 8 times 5 on that one? Bryson?
Because it doesn't have the squares.
It doesn't have the squares here in the middle? Yes, it's not a complete rectangle. Okay, we just said that up here. We can't do 10 times 4 because it's not a complete rectangle. It doesn't have 4 going all the way across. Okay? Number 3, what is the area of the figure below? What do I need to do on this one? Okay, Kaylee? Count the inside. And why can't I do just 5 times 7?
Because it's not the right
outside because it's 5 times 7.
Okay, let Kaylee answer.
Because it's not a whole square.
Good. It's not a perfect rectangle, so I just have to count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. So D was your correct answer. Okay. Last one. What is the area of the figure below? What do we need to do, Bryson?
You need to add the sides. Or not add the sides. Count the blocks.
Count the blocks. Thank you. Area, we're going to count the inside, not the outside, but the inside. So I'm going to count by threes. 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, now I need to count by 2. So that's 14, 16, 18. C. Okay, so what is the difference between area and perimeter, guys? Because we did perimeter the past couple days. What did we do? For perimeter, we added the sides, the outside, right? Okay. For area, what did we do? Count the squares on the inside. So remember, perimeter is like a fence going around the outside edges. Area is covering it. Okay? There's a reason we went over this is because that's what you're going to see on your power quiz today. So everybody look right here. And this is number 2 says what has or which of these has the greatest shaded area. Okay? So what are you going to do on each of these answer choices? Aaliyah? Count the inside. Okay, but I get to this one and I see some that aren't full squares. So what do I do with those?
You put them together.
You put them together, good, because this triangle plus this triangle right here is going to equal one whole. Okay? So you would count this as 1, 2 of them put together.
So that's not going to be the
Oh, you don't know that. It could be the greatest area.
Good.
Okay, now let's see. This one's perimeter. Okay, are you going to count the squares on the inside or on the outside?
Outside.
Outside. You better remember that. Perimeter is going around the outside of the shape, like the fence.
And use the perimeter post to help.
Okay. Oh, you got another one. This is area. So what would you do to find the area of this?
Count the shapes in the inside.
Count the squares on the inside. Good. This one's perimeter, so you're going to count the squares on the outside. Good. Okay.